In the previous video, we spoke about the best player from every Premier League team that has not gotten an international cap. And guys, today we are doing the opposite. We are doing the player from each Premier League club with the most international caps. And guys, there are some really interesting, really weird ones here. And there's a lot of nations included. So guys, I hope you do enjoy it. No matter which Premier League club you support, I hope you guys all enjoy it. And you know what? No matter who you support, I hope you do subscribe to this channel. The support on the recent video was insane. Thank you so much. Hey everyone, it is Finn here, that is FYWN. As I said once again, thank you for the support on my recent video. And guys, I realized while asking you guys on all your various subreddits that you guys are awesome, you know, from whatever Premier League club you support. So thank you guys so much, and please do help me reach 400 subscribers. I would appreciate that so much. Let's get into the first team. AFC Bournemouth is the first team, and originally I looked and I thought it was going to be Josh King. He's got in quite a few appearances for Norway, but no, it was actually Barak. I'm sorry, I think that's how you pronounce his name. I think I say that in all my videos now with any player. It's like, oh yeah, I don't know how to pronounce his name. Oh well, life goes on. Barak has gotten 65 appearances for Poland. He is now 40 years old, the ripe old age. Only Zlatan and Barak can make it to that age with playing good quality football in a high league. But I have to say, Barak, I mean, it's quite cool that Poland has always actually had good, you know, they've always had good goalkeepers, at least in my lifetime. They've had Fabianski, they've had Szczesny, they have had, well, Barak, as you can see, he did retire from the international stage about 3 years ago. He's gotten 41 Premier League clean sheets. He has played for the likes of Celtic, Southampton, and quite a few other really good teams. He has also gotten the Supporters Player of the Year at Bournemouth, and I'm pretty sure he's really loved there. And you know, it's always good to have someone with experience. Arsenal is next, and the second and the first is so close to each other, and I do have to say that this list doesn't really depend on who's still playing for the national team. It is both, you know, retired from football, international football, and still playing international football. And so the close one who is still playing is Socrates, but the one who is still the player with the most international caps at Arsenal, end of story, is Mesut Ozil. He's got 92 appearances for Germany. Socrates is very close with 90, right behind him for Greece. And Mesut Ozil for a very long time was one of the best midfielders in the world. I'll put stats on the side there to compare his current season to previous seasons behind him to show how much of a decline he has gone on. It is a pity because he was such a good attacking midfielder. He did win the World Cup for Germany, which is a huge honor, huge achievement. As I said, played for Real Madrid, Werder Bremen, where he did so well, started his Arsenal career as a hero for them, but has really declined ever since. So hopefully he can still pick up. It is towards the end of career. He is in his 30s, sadly. So you know what, whether he'll ever achieve anything good again or be a hero ever again, I don't know. Aston Villa is next, and their most internationally capped player is Mo, as in Al Mohammadi. He has gotten 91 appearances for Egypt. I mean, he was the Egyptian king, the Mo right wing for Egypt before Mo Salah. I mean, it's a bit of an upgrade going from Al Mohammadi at right mid to Mo Salah. You know, if you ask my opinion, he is now a right wing back / a right back. He's won the African Cup of Nations with Egypt, which is a huge achievement, and he was in that Hull City team with the likes of Harry Maguire and Andrew Robertson. And it's weird to think with a defense like that how they ended up getting relegated, but you know what, I'm glad that they have made the moves that they currently have. Brighton is next, and by a landslide. It is their goalkeeper, the Australian king, is that a phrase I can use? Matt Ryan. He's gotten 58 appearances for Australia. He has played for the likes of teams like Club Brugge, Valencia, and he has won the Asian Cup, which is a very good achievement for him. And I'm pretty sure without him, if they had another weaker goalkeeper, they would have been deep down in the relegation zone. Not saying anything bad about you guys, Brighton, but you guys have had one of the worst defenses so far this Premier League season, and Matt Ryan really has helped at least lift the spirits a tiny bit. Burnley is next, and it is a draw between two players, so I will choose the player who is still playing internationally, just because, you know, the one who's retired obviously can't play anymore. Of course, the one who can't play anymore or isn't playing internationally anymore is Joe Hart. I mean, he's just gone on such a downhill, hasn't he? But you know what, he is still a very good goalkeeper in terms of his career-wise. He's one of City's best ever keepers, but he will always be, you know, he's made a few mistakes in recent times. But you know what, the player who is still playing is Goodmanson. Of course, talking about an English goalkeeper and then talking about an Icelandic player, I know it's a bit of torture, but Goodmanson has gotten 75 appearances for Iceland and has done pretty well. He's been pretty loyal to Burnley and will always be remembered as being one of those players in the Iceland team who beat England. I'm sorry, England, I won't mention it again. Chelsea is next, and guys, this one's a pretty easy one. It is 97 appearances for France. Olivier Giroud, I mean, he's had a pretty incredible career. He's won European trophies. Of course, he won the Europa League last year. Chelsea versus his rival team, or his ex-team, Arsenal, moving from one rival to another, which that must be pretty controversial, but he's had a pretty good career. He didn't do so well in the previous World Cup. But other than that, as I said, 97, almost 100 appearances for France. That is insane. And he has won, you know, sexiest man in football. He has won sexiest man in football, along with the Puskas Award. Oh, I don't feel right saying that. That's not a word I can say, is it? Where he did get goal of the year for this beautiful scorpion kick.
Mkhitaryan was incredible. This is frightening. Oh my gosh, what is that? Instinctive, you'd have to say it's brilliant. Giroud is fantastic at getting across the near post. He doesn't normally finish them like that, but that is absolutely incredible.
Crystal Palace is next, and it is going to be a goalkeeper. It is Wayne Hennessy with 87 appearances for Wales. It's quite weird to think that they've always had really good players in general, Wales, like a Gareth Bale, Aaron Ramsey. There are quite a few other players that I won't mention. I won't mention the whole Welsh team. And Wayne Hennessy, those are really good players. So it's a pity that they haven't done so well internationally. But one thing I was not aware of is that he spent 8 years at Wolverhampton Wanderers. He's even gotten like their Player of the Season award. So that is a very good accomplishment, something I did not know about and something I was pleasantly surprised to learn about. Everton is next, and it is 74 appearances for Sigurdsson. Will be remembered as being one of those players in the Icelandic team to beat England. I know England, I'm sorry I said I would not mention it, but I just find it so incredibly funny. And you know what, Sigurdsson has fallen under a line of lots of Icelandic players with the, you know, the name obviously ending with son, which I believe means son of, which I mean, if you look at that Iceland team, I mean, yeah. But you know what, he has played for Spurs, which is something I was really shocked to find out, which is something really cool to find out. He did play for Swansea, which is where he did super well, and that of course got him that move to Everton during that time where lots of cash was splashed on it, trying to improve that team, which sadly hasn't worked too much. Leicester City is next, and their most internationally capped player is Evans, the centre-back, with 84 appearances for Northern Ireland, which is really cool. He spent 9 years at Manchester United, which that's so weird to think about, and it's weird to think what his career probably would have been like if Alex Ferguson did end up staying. But guys, he's won multiple Premier Leagues at Manchester United. He's won, of course, the Club World Cup, and I said Northern Ireland, getting there close to 100 appearances for them, and is in a very good Leicester City team that really could compete to be in the Champions League. Liverpool is next, and it is going to be Shaq. No, not Big Shaq, slightly smaller Shaq with 82 appearances for Switzerland. He has played at the likes of Inter Milan, he has played at the likes of Bayern Munich, some top clubs. He did then, you know, kind of decline and go to Stoke City, which once they got relegated, he moved to Liverpool, which as a Manchester United fan has haunted me a tiny bit.
He's done it not once but twice. Liverpool 3, Manchester United 1.
Manchester City is next, and this one is by a mile when it is David Silva with 125 appearances for Spain. Won a World Cup with Spain, 2 Euros, over 300 appearances for Manchester City. What a legend of the game, which, hey, by the way, if you don't know, I did make a video talking about current Premier League players that will become legends, so go check that video out. David Silva is on that list. But guys, as I said, was at Valencia and had that, you know, attacking midfield partnership, or that attack partnership with Juan Mata. That was very good, that was very cool, and as I said, a Spain legend overall. Manchester United is next, and I was very surprised to see what it was. I mean, I thought it was going to be Paul Pogba, but no, it's actually Sergio Romero, 96 appearances for Argentina. He has played at Sampdoria, he was at loan at Monaco, and now of course Manchester United, probably the best second choice goalkeeper in the entire world. I don't care what you guys say about that. Was the main choice goalkeeper for Argentina for a very long time, of course in that World Cup final against Germany where they sadly did lose. But yeah, I mean, 38 clean sheets in 58 games for Manchester United. That is insane. Newcastle is next, and this one did catch me off guard quite a bit. It is going to be Yedlin, the right wing back. He was from Seattle. He now plays right wing back for Newcastle. 62 appearances for USA. Once again, one of those weird players that did get an appearance for Tottenham Hotspurs. But you know what? Tottenham Hotspurs has made some really weird signings over the years. I'll repeat, some really weird signings. Norwich is next, and it is going to be Teemu Pukki, the player of the month for the first month of the Premier League. He got the goal to get Finland qualified for the Euros for Euro 2020 or Euro 2021. I don't know what's happening with it anymore. He was at Schalke, he was at Sevilla. He did really make his name at Celtic. Overall, a very accomplished career. I'm sure he misses his hair a tiny bit, but guys, the Finnish striker has really had an outstanding career and is probably a Norwich hero. Sheffield United, now this was one I was pleasantly surprised with because it is Norwood, who's 57 appearances for Northern Ireland, another Northern Ireland player, which guys, I love this list because there are so many nations included and it really shows how football is brought together in the Premier League. And he is an ex-Manchester United player, something I was very surprised to see about. He was an academy player, did play at Manchester United a tiny bit, didn't really get a chance, but spent many years after that playing in multiple Premier League clubs, and he has been promoted 3 times consecutively with 3 different Premier League clubs, which, I mean, that really shows that that's pretty good, making teams Premier League teams. Southampton is next, and it is going to be Shane Long with 82 appearances, and he has spent 13 years playing for Ireland. It's very good, and this is a very good attacking team for Southampton on their day. Of course, they do have the likes of Danny Ings. They have had players, like I really did enjoy watching Charlie Austin play. Sadly, they do have Danny Ings, but you know, they're supposed to be playing Shea Adams, who hasn't done so well. But you know what, I'm pretty sure the Irish striker, who still plays for Ireland, has really enjoyed his 82 games representing his nation. Tottenham Hotspurs is next, and it is going to be Jan Vertonghen by a landslide. 118 appearances for Belgium. He is not just the most internationally capped player at Spurs, he is Belgium's most internationally capped player of all time. I mean, he's won multiple player of the years at different teams he's played at, multiple team of the years. He's, as I said, so successful for Belgium. He, of course, has had that perfect partnership with Alderweireld in that centre-back position, although Vertonghen can play left-back. They both played at Ajax together and both at Spurs, and he will go down as a hero for Belgium and for Spurs. I'm definitely sure about that. Watford is next, and guys, it's a player I'm not too familiar about. It is Mariappa, I think that's how you pronounce it, I'm sorry. It is the Jamaican centre-back with 49 appearances for Jamaica, which is pretty good because the only centre-back I really know from Jamaican is, of course, Wes Morgan. And you know what, I think Mariappa, you know, of course, a Watford fan, he did start his career at Watford and has played at a few clubs since then, but is now back at Watford. So you know what, I think Watford do need to almost start investing in new centre-backs if they really do want to stay in the Premier League, if they are given this lifesaver of null and void for the end of the season. I really do think they have to almost start investing in that area. West Ham is next, and it is going to be Sanchez, the centre defensive midfielder, has had 88 appearances for Colombia, which is a very good stat. He did come 3rd in Copa America, that is his highest stat so far, and close to Everton. When I described Sigurdsson, it was during a time where West Ham really started to splash the cash and try and improve the team, but sadly it has not worked to its full effect. Finally, last team, it is going to be Wolves, and their most internationally capped player is going to be Matinho with 121 appearances for Portugal. I think he's going to go down as a Portuguese legend. He did win League One with that amazing team, you know, with Kylian Mbappe and all of them. He has won the Europa League with Porto. He did play for Sporting Lisbon a tiny bit, and I think that he really could compete for Euros this year with Portugal, because Portugal has such a strong team. Guys, I hope you have enjoyed this video. Whatever team you support in the Premier League, I hope you have enjoyed it, and please do subscribe. I really would appreciate that so much, and give me any other Premier League related content in the comment section down below for me to do in my next video. I promise you I really will look into it, and guys, I appreciate your support. So no matter what club you support in the Premier League, whether it's Bournemouth all the way to Wolves, please do enjoy your day. Love every single one of you. Stay awesome. Bye. Cheers.